channel. You can probably see my jacket's soaking because it's just been raining. Today we are doing a review on the iPhone 14 Max Pro, and you guessed it, I am filming everything on the 14 Max Pro, unless it's this iPhone 11 Max Pro, and yes, I am editing everything on the iPhone Max Pro as well on iMovie, so stay tuned. It's a little bit windy. The audio you hear is coming straight from the iPhone. I deliberately wanted to film and edit this on the iPhone because I'm kind of going back to how I started in videography when I started literally on the iPhone 7. There's no Max, there's no Pro, it was just iPhone 7, where I filmed everything on the camera, and I would take it to iMovie and just take it from there, and that's where I learned quite a lot of my basic skills with filming. So yeah, I thought this is a really all-in-one camera. Like, so much out of it, you can get so creative with it. You've got 3 fantastic lenses which work very well, and there's a lot of different practicalities with them, like the cinematic and the action and, you know, time lapses and all that. So let's get done and dirty and let's talk about them. So as you saw in my little intro, I tried to flex a little bit with all the different lenses and what you can do with it as well. I even tried to use the ProRes 4K. It absolutely butchers your storage. I think this is a 256 gigabyte phone, and it said I only had about 13 minutes of filming, which is not a lot. I feel like I'd probably get more used to that if I was editing on the likes of Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro, but I'm not doing that on this review. I am just doing it all on iMovie. Now, how does it sound? This is raw. If it's not clean, then I will not be using this video, but if it's clean enough, it's staying in. And you've probably noticed the background has gone a little bit blurry because I've switched over to iPhone's new cinematic mode, which they released in the iPhone 13 Max and Pro, or whatever, it was the last generation of iPhone. So I did try this out. I did like it. I feel like it works better for close-ups. You get the option to film in 4K, 1080 at 24 frames, 25 and 30 frames. I did try it on the 3x zoom. I maybe need to re-experiment with it because it didn't really work that well when I was standing on the cliff edge. I felt like I got more practicality just filming it on 3x zoom. However, when I walked over the camera to walk the stone, I felt like it was pretty cool. And I don't know how it works, I'm assuming it uses the different cameras on the phone, but when you're editing it in the photo library, you can choose what focal point you want, and I really like that. I mean, normally with a professional camera, you would have to manually do that at the time, and you can't go back to fix it. So yeah, I found that really interesting, and I do like it. Like you can see here, like everything's out of focus, but I deliberately want everything to be in focus so you can see the waves crashing. So I'm going to change back. I just watched that clip back and you could barely hear what I was saying, but I'm keeping it in anyway. I just want you to know you can get more professional equipment, like you can still plug in a shotgun mic in that, but I haven't done that. I just want this to be the most raw review you can get. So another mode that I tried was the action mode, which is brand new, which kind of flexes iPhone stabilization, which is gone from the internal one to the kind of the one that you see more on the GoPro, which is like the electric stabilization, where the sensor kind of moves up and down to how your movement is, I guess. I was impressed with it, to be honest. Probably not on a pebble beach with not the best surface, but I still thought it was really good. I also really enjoy the fact that this is a 48 megapixel raw camera. Finally, I can take raw photos on this camera at 48 megapixels. Like you can see that I done of the North Castle just up there. I took that and I edited it in the free third-party app Lightroom, which you can download. Link is in the description. So I really like that. I feel like we are now at a very competitive age where we don't know what to go for. Like if we don't want to go for the prosumer equipment like the GH5 or like the Nikons and Canons with like proper lenses and that, if you want to go for like the action cameras or the iPhone, you're really battling it out now, because the GoPro 11, which takes 27 megapixel photos raw and the colours look so good, whereas now we can take 48 megapixels in our phones, which is more what's the word I'm looking for, which is more convenient than pulling a GoPro out everywhere. So yeah, I feel like we're in a very competitive age just now, and I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on the GoPro 11 so I can compare the iPhone 14 Max Pro and the GoPro 11 side by side. I don't really have much more to say about the iPhone 14 Max Pro. It's fantastic camera. It's got 3 lenses on it, which are fantastic. I feel like you can go anywhere with this. If you do have a camera and you want to do a bit of vlogging, you can totally do on this. If you've got yourself a tripod, like you maybe need to get some audio equipment as well, just to block out the wind and that. But I mean, we're at an age now where if you're wanting to start out in videography, this is a great way to start. I mean, just with your phone, you know. It's how I started, and yeah, I'm full-time working for myself now. If you got value in this video, please like this video, where it helps me a lot. And yeah, like I said, I put my money where my mouth is with all my equipment and that. I pay for it all. I don't get sent them out to me. The purpose of this video wasn't to look or sound good, it was to be as raw as possible. So if you couldn't hear me because of the wind, that's because it's entirely off the camera. It's as raw as possible and edited on iMovies, and I even uploaded it to YouTube using my phone as well. So there you go. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.